This is the last of the series of videos on how to run WP Tower, West Pullman. What I've done is draw a diagram of the little Raspberry Pi schematic that you're going to see. That's how you control the signals and the switches. And after I worked this for a while, I thought it might be nice to point out some things. When there's a train in a block, you're going to get a red indication between the two arrows. If there's no train in the block, it'll be completely black. Now I've drawn the arrows. You'll see those on the left and the right side of the schematic, or the east and the west, to be more correct. And you would rarely want to hit the red or the circle. You're aiming to hit the arrows. Let's say you've got a train coming out of Chicago. So we're going to go over here. You're going to probably have a red indication indicating that their train is sitting there at the block, ready to leave Chicago, go past the tower and down the hill. With your stylus, you punch the arrow. Don't punch this, punch the arrow. And then over here, the corresponding one, you're going to punch this arrow. This shows the route's going to go like this. Likewise, coming up the hill, you're going to punch this arrow. And then whatever route up at West Pullman Tower, you're going to punch that arrow. I've got to put my glasses on to make sure I hit it right. Now let's go over to West Pullman and I'll show you how to actually do it. Here's the city of West Pullman, and there's the all red coming up into Chicago, and there's the all red coming out of Chicago. There's the tower. There's the scrapyard and going into 59th Street Yard. And here is what you're going to see. I'm going to give you an example, and I'm trying to hold the camera and work this at the same time, so bear with me. We're going to set a route coming out of Chicago going down the hill. So here's all your possible routes coming out of Chicago. We're going to go from the belt line down the hill. The local is working the stamping plant, so you can see that that block is occupied. There's a train sitting down there. So I'm going to have to route him the wrong main, which is okay because later on down I can cross him over at White Lake and get him back on the eastbound main. But we're going to hit the arrow here at the belt. You see it turned white. Then I'm going to hit the arrow down here, and that turned white. So now my route is set. My signals are all set, and we're ready to go. I'm going to show you the signals now. There's the one at West Pullman Tower eastbound, and here's the one at the city of West Pullman. And you can see they got a green indication and they're all ready to go. But let's say that you made a mistake and you're saying, doggone, I didn't mean to do that. How do I clear out of this? There's a route cancel button right here. Now watch these arrows when I hit it. Okay, they went black again, which means the computer is resetting. Give it about 5 or 10 seconds to reset. And then you're saying, well, it should have come out of 59th Street Yard. So I hit that arrow, and I hit that arrow, and now it's reset the route and thrown the switch to come out of 59th Street Yard. And you'll be able to hear the clicking. If you just want to throw an individual switch, the guy over at, say, the coach yard is going to want to wire a train, and he'll ask you to throw a switch. You just go down here, and whatever switch it is, you hit that, and you can throw it from right there. Watch this indication up here. and it's back. And that's all there is to it. You'll know you got track power because there's an indication up here of track power. That's easy. This is why we did it. This is West Pullman Tower.